Okay, hi. And your name?
Faye.
Faye. So Faye, I'm going to teach you what I call the shoulder press induction. Okay. And this is kind of cool. Now, I know some of you, by the way, have some ideas about whether you should touch people or whether you shouldn't touch people, and whether that's okay or not okay. And some of you may even have some ideas. I've heard some people tell me that they're not allowed. I'm not quite sure who's necessarily in charge of you, but and it depends on where you are. I mean, there may be some regulations about it, so I get it. But if it's okay with you, one of the things that I know is that touching clients is never a problem unless the client complains. And I have to quote my friend Michael Elner, who I remember years ago said something lovely. He said, he asked a room full of people, you know, like yourself, just experienced hypnotists and some newcomers and stuff, and he said, are there any idiots in the room? And nobody raised their hand. And it was funny because I recognized several of them that I had met, you know, in the hallways and various places, but none of them raised their hand. And what he said is because any idiot knows the difference between appropriate and inappropriate touching. I think there's some truth to that. It may be an oversimplification, but I think that there's some truth to that. And if you really have got your sensory acuity on and you can calibrate to the responses that you're getting from your client, you know if you're too close. I mean, I know not whether I'm touching or not. I know if I'm too close or if I'm too far. There's all sorts of stuff that you can detect just by the responses that you get from people. Are you okay if I touch you on the shoulders? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. So here's the thing about this that I think is really interesting, is that I'm going to transfer relaxation into, I'm sorry, tell me your name again.
Faye.
Faye, sorry. I'm going to transfer this relaxation so that Faye can sort of take it from me. So are you interested in going into just a nice pleasant trance for a couple minutes?
Yeah.
All right. So what I want you to see is that my hands right now are as tight and as stiff as I can possibly make them. As a matter of fact, if I put them on your shoulders here, you can probably feel the tension in my hands, can you?
Yeah.
And you know what that means? That means that if I relax my hands, you can feel that relaxation in your shoulders. And so you really can feel it well. What I'd like you to do is to just start out with your eyes closed. Feel the tension in my hands. And as I relax my hands, just notice how you can feel that relaxation in your shoulders. As it comes into your shoulders, you can allow it to begin to expand into the rest of your being as well, assisting you in relaxing more and more. Just spread that relaxation up into your face, through your neck, down your arms, and down into the rest of your body. Just letting a wave of peaceful comfort settle over you. And isn't it nice to discover that you really have your own way to do that? And you can let it develop. Now I could, and for the sake of the rest of you, let you know, I could continue this with something like the skyscraper induction with the lights going off, or I could count backwards, or I could do a number of the traditional things. But often, you know, this is more than enough for a whole lot of people. And Faye, you can just enjoy that for a minute, and when you're ready, you just let yourself become reoriented to the room. You can hear us around you. It wasn't really a deep trance, but just a nice, relaxing one. Massage therapists have discovered this. You know, that if you've got somebody with a whole lot of tension, like say in the muscles of their legs, and you put this tension on it and then relax, there's a corresponding relaxation that occurs in the muscle that you're touching. So you can put somebody at a massage table, you can turn them into jello just by touch, touch, touch. Various muscle groups in the body. It's a really easy thing to do. So nice. And whenever you're ready, you can come back and join us in the room. Thank you so much for your help, Mariana.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So both of these ladies. Okay. So 1, 2, 3.